Greetings guys and gals, this is Jabbar bringing you the best in esports. Today we have StarCraft Brood War, the Shinhan Winners League. This is going to be SKT1 versus Hite Entus set 6. And SKT1 down 2-3 to Hite Entus. Not really unexpected, but kind of, I don't know, not surprising, but SKT1 has been very, very resilient to losses. I believe they only have 2 or 3 losses in the entire Pro League season, and they are down to our friends Hite Entus. This is going to be BeSt versus Hydra. Hydra beating BeSt. And I cannot believe that they're dropping sets. You know, they have BeSt, they have Fantasy, they have BeSt, they have Sock, who is a very, very good up-and-coming player in the Terran ranks. And he's really good. Actually helped eliminate Flash from the OSL, I believe. So very, very good player there. This is going to be on Fortress. At the 9 o'clock or 8:30 position, we have the no one knows what the frick that color is. It's not really peach, it's not white, it's not yellow, it's not orange. No one knows what it is, but it's going to be BeSt as the protest player in that weird color. And at the 12 o'clock, 11:30 position, we have the Zerg player Hydra playing for Hite Entus. This is going to be a PvZ, obviously, on Fortress, if I didn't say that before. And to address some things, I'm sorry about this static noise. I really didn't notice it until now. Looks like we have a 9 pool. Ooh, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, maybe an overpool, actually. Probably an overpool. But at any rate, man, freaking, I didn't know about that static noise, and I'm really sorry about it. I don't think it's too annoying. Now that I mentioned it, you probably can hear it. I'm sure now that you're like really listening for that static noise, we're having some crazy FPS issues right there. I apologize for that. But again, like I said before, not really my side of the things. I think it's more of the video. But what I was saying is I apologize for that. I kind of messed with some of the audio stuff, so hopefully this video comes out okay. But it kind of made it a little bit less staticky, but I still haven't eliminated it. Still need, if you guys know about fraps and recording and anything that has to do with, and it's not my mic either because I unplugged it and recorded off the laptop mic, still had it, so I don't know. I'm gonna get a new mic anyways. But it Canon going before Nexus, as he did say that overpool. And also for the MSL, I have a dual comm planned. Hopefully, not for sure, hopefully, but with someone really cool, kind of an old school guy, and hopefully that'll go through. Not going to tell you who it is because that would spoil everything, especially if it didn't end up happening. But hopefully, keep your fingers crossed, I'm going to have a dual comm, and I'm also hoping for another 2 dual comms actually, with some other big names. So be ready for that. Next is finally going down, as well as Gateway for BeSt. 2 Zerglings going to try to deny that scout from that probe. The probe sees the extractor timing and sees that there is no layer morphing in. Hatch now going down for Hydra. And honestly, this is a pretty good matchup. Hydra, good player, and so is BeSt. BeSt is kind of, especially lately, but he's always kind of been known to do risky things and sometimes get away. He's like really cocky, and sometimes it works out and sometimes it really doesn't. Like in his game versus Flash, just taking his hands off the keyboard triumphantly because he knew he won, even though Flash hadn't GG'd yet or anything. Layer morphing in, so that probe's definitely going to see that timing. But yeah, I've always been a fan of BeSt, honestly. He's like cocky in the funny way. Like a lot of people don't like J.R. Smith, who plays for the Denver Nuggets, but I do, since 1, I live in Colorado, and 2, I think he's freaking awesome. He's like super athletic, and that's the kind of cockiness I like. I don't like the Flash. Flash is like LeBron James, and BeSt is like J.R. Smith. LeBron James is way better than J.R. Smith, but I like J.R. Smith just so much more for some reason. Anyways, that probe's still alive. Gonna see that 3rd expansion for Hydra, and I believe that he actually put down that expansion before he put down his natural. Sorry, I missed that. Epic fail, but anyways, he's going to be doing the whole double expand thing. So I think for the first part of the game, BeSt definitely thought that that hatchery was a little bit delayed, and probably was wondering why. Now that he scouted that 3rd base, he knows that that base went up first, which is going to kind of play into the realm of possibilities that he can go for, because before he might have thought that there was something like mass Zerglings coming or something weird like that, but now he knows that the Zerg play is going to go a little bit more econ and a little bit more standard. Like, I'm assuming that BeSt is going to go for this +1 Zealot speedlot rush, but not entirely sure. You know, BeSt lost to Hydra. Didn't watch that game, but that might be the first time I've seen BeSt actually fail in a PvZ in the last like month. To be honest, he's been doing really well. Now we see the Stargate going down, immediately building a Corsair, it looks like. Getting 2 Stargates, so we're probably going to see something like Corsair Reaver. Sorry, I couldn't say Corsair for some reason. Corsair Reaver or Corsair DT. Corsair Reaver is a lot more likely, though. Hatch going down at the natural, as you guys can tell. And what else? Did I have any other announcements? Zergling's probably in BeSt, or not BeSt. BeSt needs to make sure that he keeps that kind of walled off and blocked off with that Zealot. If not, those Zerglings are definitely going to be able to run by. I think he only has 1 or 2 at the most gateways at the moment. We see that Cybernetics core spinning, not for Dragoon range, but for +1 air weapons. Hydralisk Den going down as well, and so he's probably going to go for either a really big Hydra break or Lurker Ling. Just really depends. Not really sure there. Corsair sees that there is no gas on that 3rd base, which could technically be called the 2nd base. Hatch going down for there as well. Going to be able to pick off one of these Overlords, which is very, very nice, as you really need to as a Protoss player, like I always say. And oh yeah, by the way, I don't like, I looked up on Gosu Gaming in class actually because I was super bored, so I was surfing the internet in class. Don't do that, guys, but that class is ridiculously boring. I'm not going to tell you what class it is, though. But yeah, so I was surfing the internet and saw that Hydra and Artosis, I'll talk about this later. Here comes a drop from Hydra in the main. He got, you know, whatever upgrade it is that you can carry units in with his Overlords, and dropped in the main. BeSt not really in too much trouble there. He does have 2 Zealots in the base, only losing his cannon, so he's going to be able to defend this fairly well. Another cannon trying to morph in, has to cancel it or it's destroyed. Either way, he doesn't have it. That pylon is going to be a little bit annoying for those Zerglings, not going to be able to go a complete route, and he's honestly, BeSt has really good building placement to deny this. Losing 1 probe, though, these Zerglings are just going to be so annoying until he has his Zealot speed upgraded, and I don't even think that he has a Citadel, to be honest, at this point in time. Able to pick off one of those Zerglings, so only 3 Zerglings still in the base, but on Hydra's going to know that that 2nd Stargate was here, and he's going to go for something like a big Sair build. At the very least, these Zerglings look like they're barely going to get picked off. This cannon's definitely going to deter them. But I think 3 or 4 probes died in that amount of time, and it looks like Hydra is going mass Hydralisks, no pun intended, or whatever the heck you'd call that. BeSt, or why do I keep calling him BeSt? We do see the robotics support going up, but BeSt definitely sees this, and in reaction, he's morphing 2 cannons at his front. Is it going to be enough? I honestly don't know. It's going to be very, very close. Hydra looks like he's moving into the main. The cannons are not yet done. He's going to be able to pick these off really easily. BeSt is going to have to pull some probes, but his building placement's making it so his probes can't get through. They're getting glitched, and I don't know what's going on. Here comes Hydra with more Hydralisks coming in. Gonna be able to pick off these cannons. There are 3 cannons back there. If he's able to hold it off with these probes, is he going to be able to? More cannons morphing in the background. Here comes more Hydralisks. Overlords coming in for the attack as well. Don't know if they have anything in them, but they're probably just trying to be there to get hits off from those cannons. BeSt knows him. He's in a ton of trouble. He's in a ton of trouble trying to get that +1 attack, but it's just not enough. Here comes the Reaver. The Reaver could be his saving grace if he's able to get some shots off. He doesn't have a Scarab. There goes the Scarab. Only able to kill one of the Hydralisks. Corsair's trying to do a ton of damage, but more Hydralisks come in. There's just too many Hydralisks. And oh man, BeSt, come on, you can do it. Oh, Scarab dudding, and Dane Hite actually had on his daily about how much he hates Reavers because they don't explode like that. The explode animation goes off and nothing dies. The Reaver gets picked off, and this is going to be GG for BeSt. BeSt is going to lose this, and so SKT1 is going to follow the Hite Entus. BeSt GG's. Hydra able to pull off the win, and wow, just being really annoying in the base, doing an excellent job of kind of harassing until he had the critical amount of Hydralisks, and just freaking owning BeSt, honestly, just absolutely own him. 3 kill for Hydra. Whoa, what the heck was that? Probably shouldn't do that. You could have left that out, but congrats on the win anyways. BeSt, like I say, he's BeSt. J.R. Smith, sometimes he misses that dunk, man, and he looks like an idiot. But sometimes he does really good stuff too. This time he just ended up missing. But as I was saying, the Hydra Artosis like imbalance show, that's stupid. You shouldn't focus on imbalances. I think that's really dumb to focus on imbalances. You just should take the game as the game that it is and say, you know what, this is how things are, blah blah blah. I'm not gonna wait for stupid balancing patches and so on and so forth. So that's my take on that. I still love Artosis. Hydra You're okay. Just kidding, guys. Alright, that's it for me. Hopefully the static noise is less, but that's gonna be all. Lates.